Welcome to a new vlog. So this vlog, I am barely vlogging and it is Saturday already. I haven't vlogged all week because I just haven't really been in the mood to vlog. I feel like this week I kind of took it easy. I felt like I needed a break. Like, you know, when you're like been so busy for a long time and you just want a break. Well, that's how I felt this week. And I didn't have like no motivation to pick up the camera or anything like that. Today, right now, it is lunchtime, but I'm gonna start making some caldo because I was really craving some caldo. I love Caldo De Res, it's like my favorite. So I wanted to show you guys how to make Caldo De Res today on this vlog. It's really easy, guys. Caldo De Res is like super easy, but you have to take your time with it because if you don't take your time with it, your meat is gonna be like very like stiff and like chewy, which you don't want. You want it to be like very moist and just like melts in your mouth kind of. So you have to take your time. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make that today. So let's get started. All right, so right here I have the meat, and this is the type of meat that you wanna get. It's called Chamorro de Res. I get this one, and then I get the cola too. I get the colita de res. So it's like a towel, if you don't know Spanish. The cow towel. I like to use both of these meats. They are my favorite. Caldito de res. I mean, you can use whatever meat you like, but these two are like my top favorite. I love how they're so moist and they're so good when you cook them for a really long time at a low temperature. This is how the little towel looks, so it's really good. And this is how the beef shank looks. It's chamorro de res in Spanish. All right, so here I have my water already heating up. Don't fill it up all the way just because the meat already throws a lot of water, and then the veggies and stuff, so you don't need to use a lot of water. I think I filled it up like maybe like half of the pot, or maybe like kind of half, not really. Inside my water, I'm gonna add a piece of onion, and then I'm gonna add a piece of garlic. Don't mind my hand. I was like swatching eyeliner, and it's like so hard to come off, so that's why I have that. And then I'm gonna put my piece of meat in there and my towels, and then I'm just gonna add some salt in there. Then I'm gonna close it, and I'm just gonna let it cook for a good hour on its own, not at a high heat, but like at medium heat. And while that's cooking, I like to like prepare my veggies already, clean them and wash them. So that way when the meat is ready, I can start adding all the veggies and stuff like that. So these are the veggies I like to add. I like to add corn, I like to add potatoes, squash, carrots, and cabbage. I'm just gonna peel my corn and get it all ready. I like to buy fresh corn. I know that they have some already peeled, but one, it's more expensive too. I don't know, I just feel like I like to buy it fresh. And then I just like to cut these in small pieces. And then I just cut them in thirds, that way everyone gets a good piece of corn. And then I have my potatoes that I just like to cut in 4 pieces, just like that. For the carrots, I like to just buy them already, these little mini carrots. Instead of buying the big ones, I know you can even buy the big ones and cut them. But to make it easier for me, I just buy these, and I like them too. Now I'm gonna cut my squash. My squash is pretty basic. I just like to cut the squash in half, and then I just do big pieces like that, maybe like an inch wide. It's all preference at this point again, but this is how I like to cut mine. All right, now the cabbage. The cabbage is pretty simple. It's however big you want it. I just cut about a good piece, not half of it, but like almost half, you know what I mean? And then from this piece, I'll just cut it in 4 pieces, and another piece over here. And my cabbage, I'll just be throwing it like that, and by itself, it will dissolve in the water. So that's pretty much it, guys. Now I just rinse everything. All right, so I've been cooking it for a good 40 minutes already. This is how the meat is looking. Really good, looking really good. Now I'm just gonna add the corn in there because the corn takes forever to cook, and then it doesn't like overcook if you're cooking it in there. So I am at the safe zone with the corn. And then we're just gonna keep letting it for another 30 minutes to cook, and then we'll add some more veggies. All right, so now that it's been another 30 minutes, I come and check on the meat. I'm gonna check if the meat's a little bit soft, which it is. The fork is going in real good. You see that? It's a little soft. So it still needs a little time, but now is when I add like my potatoes and my carrots. So now I'm gonna add my potatoes and my carrots in there. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this right here. Since I am doing a lot, I'm gonna add 2 big teaspoons. This gives it so much flavor. Then just mix it up. And now we're just gonna wait till the potatoes and the carrots are done. And then we'll add the cabbage and the squash like 10 minutes before I turn it off, just because the cabbage and the squash cook way faster. So now we're just gonna wait for the potatoes and the carrots to be done, and then everything else should be done as well. Right now I'm just gonna check if the potatoes and the carrots are done. Yep, they're done. They're perfectly done. And the meat should be perfectly cooked. As you can tell, that just came out really easy, that piece. So that means everything is just perfect. So now I'm just gonna add the squash in there. And this is why I tell you guys only to put a little bit of water when you're gonna start cooking it, because the veggies throw out water, the meat throws out water, and I feel like I put too much water, so I should have put less than what I started with. But it's okay, I can always like take some out of here and just dump it on another pot. I'm just gonna save some on the side. I still need to add the cabbage in there, and I don't want it to drip out. So don't worry, if you have a lot of water, it's okay. You can save the water, the broth, for later on, because sometimes when everybody serves themselves, they take a lot of caldo, and sometimes there's no more caldo. So there you go. Now I'm just gonna add my chunks of cabbage. Just gonna throw them in there and let them cook for another 10 minutes, and the caldo should be ready. All right, so here I have my caldito all ready to be eaten. It looks so delicious. My husband's over here devouring his corn already. How is it, babe?
Good.
It's good, you loved it? Yum. And some of this chile de árbol made by my aunt. She came a while back. She was passing by. She's from Mexico, and she made this for me. So she knows I love this chile so much. I know how to make it, but it doesn't come out as good as hers and as spicy as hers. I am so excited. I've been having it. I love how this chile tastes with like pozole, menudo, anything that is like sopita, caldo. It just tastes so freaking good. And then these chips I got at my Trader Joe's. Here, this is how the bag looks. But they're so good. They just taste like regular tortilla chips. And yeah, guys, I'm about to eat my yummy caldito. So I didn't say goodbye, but I hope you guys enjoyed my recipe. And if you did, please give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on my next vlog. For sure, I'll have a vlog next week. So see you guys on the next one.